Go.
Fantastic. Welcome, everybody. It's great to see all your smiling faces this beautiful February day in Phoenix, Arizona. We have a great event planned for you today. This is our Spotlight Senior Services and Living Options Resource Guide. Actually, it's printed twice a year, and it's also digital on our website at spotlightseniorservicesphoenix.com. We have events like this where we come together every month to get to know each other and learn about each other's services and how we can better work together as a team to serve the seniors in our community. My name is Kyle Lewis. I'm the founder of the program. We also have Robin Valentine on with us today. Robin, do you want to just take a moment?
Good morning, everybody. So good to see you all. We have such a huge group here today, and I love to see your smiling faces. I really enjoy that spring is coming. I'm sure you guys have been having wonderful weather. I've been seeing 70s and everything in Arizona, so it's awesome. I just wanted to give a shout out to all of you that we have a new platform we're going to be rolling out. And for any of you who would like to give a testimonial about Spotlight, about how you've enjoyed the Spotlight Guide and being part of the Spotlight program over the years would be great. You'd be included in our testimonial section of that new platform. So feel free. I've had a few people reach out to me with testimonials. If you want to be one of them, just email me what you'd like to say, who you're with, and your contact information, and we'll include you. As far as what I can do for you as a Spotlight member, I'm here to post any of your events on our website and on meetup.com. That includes events, but also support groups or job postings or anything like that. So feel free to reach out to me when you have a moment. Thank you.
Great. Thank you, Robin. We also want to recognize George Phillips. He is with Just in Time Moving and Storage, and he is our co-host for today. George, you want to take a moment?
Yeah, absolutely. George Phillips, Just in Time Moving. We provide local and long distance moving. Small or big moves, anything we can do to be of service to you, feel free to reach out to us. Happy to help. George Phillips, Just in Time Moving. Thanks for having me.
Thank you, George. Couldn't do it without you. So first today, we want to put the spotlight on visiting angels. We have Elaine Booker on with us today. Elaine, you want to go ahead and unmute yourself? The time is yours.
Okie doke. Good morning, everybody. How are you? It's great to be back. Dana's been in this role for a while, and she's doing she's off today. Her aunt passed away, so I'm happy to be here. I am Elaine Poker-Yount. I am with Visiting Angels in the East Valley. I will be celebrating 10 years here as of May 11th. So the time has flown unbelievably. I can't even believe that. So we are one of the non-medical home care agencies, and we are one of the founding members, along with Laurel's boss, of ASNAHA, the Arizona In-Home Care Association, which has put standards to our industry and has really sort of kind of elevated the playing field a little bit for non-medical home care and trying to make sure we've got everything in place for best practices. Non-medical home care is just helping people with the activities of daily living. And it's funny because we hear this stuff all the time, but we don't always really connect the dots about what places like Visiting Angels do. So the biggest thing that I would say is to think of us like a personal assistant. Think of us like the daughter or the son that you don't have any tangles with. You know, there's no history of discomfort. We just come in, and our biggest focus is that companionship piece, that keeping you safe piece, but developing that relationship. That is probably one of our biggest hallmarks with our families and our clients, getting that whole piece so that we feel like we're working together as a team to help that family accomplish whatever the goals are for the loved one who needs a little bit of help. So whether that help be companionship, whether it need, you know, we are taking them to doctor's appointments, whether we're running errands, doing some light housekeeping, helping with laundry, helping with personal care. The idea is establishing that relationship so that both our caregiver and that family member get together and are excited that they're going to be together. There isn't that dread of going to see the client. There isn't that dread that, oh my gosh, somebody's walking in here. We build a friendship. We build a relationship. One of the things that is really beautiful for a lot of our caregivers is we've got a lot of longevity. In our office, we've got staff that have been here 13, 12, 10, a long time. Our shortest office employee staff has been with us probably 3 or 4 years. We have the same for our caregivers. Yes, we have turnover like everybody else. And yes, if you have people that you know need caregiving positions, I'm open. I could hire 20 people today probably. But we've got a lot of longevity, caregivers who have been with us 10 years, 9 years, 8. And that really makes it comfortable because they know the ropes, they understand, they know not only where the boundaries are, but they know when to kind of adjust those boundaries comfortably and safely and legally to be able to accommodate an uncomfortable situation. As you know, this last year has been really, I'd say, traumatic for so many seniors, so many of us in different ways. All the things that we've had to change and adapt and you know, do a little bit differently. Our families have been really lonely. So we've really tried to kind of adapt with the times. We've brought things online. We have a wonderful dementia program. I am a PAC certified TIPA Snow dementia trainer. So we work individually with all of our families to kind of give them the tools they need for their situation. We do regular training, dementia training for our caregivers, but we also very specifically work with the caregivers that have really specific needs for their families so that the caregivers and the families are all on the same page. We do some care management for families, not decision-making care management, but following through on the kinds of things that families can't really do themselves when they are far away and long distance, or maybe they're just in Sun City or Peoria and they can't, you know, get to mom and dad who live in Sun Lakes or Florence or whatever. Our territory is really large. We cover Florence north through Santan and Queen Creek. We cover Gold Canyon, Apache Junction, Mesa, Gilbert, Tempe, Chandler, Sun Lakes. So we're very large in the territory that we cover, and we work hand in hand with some of our other offices. So if we've got somebody that we might, you know, can't always, you know, put together, we work with our Ahwatukee office, and together in tandem, we will cover a client because it's been hard these last, more so this last year, just trying to get good coverage. We refer out when we can't cover a client, when we can't serve them to the best of our ability and to the best of the needs that they have. You know, there are people here in the audience that we refer out to that we are happy to do because we just want them to kind of have the best care that they possibly can. It's all about the individual experience, and it's all about looking at that family very holistically at what they need and what kind of resources they have and what can we do to share the wealth of everybody in our community. Because talking to friends all across the country, there is no place. I've got tons of friends that live in Florida and that work in this industry. There is no networking in the same way that we do it here. It's pretty amazing. So I think that pretty much covers kind of what we do. Support groups. Robin mentioned something, and I need to give that information to her. So we have, I'm involved with a couple different dementia support groups. One of them, it doesn't matter where they are because they're virtual. We will go in person once we, you know, get back to a place that we can, but we're going to keep that dementia, or that virtual component because it's more comfortable for people. But we are part of the Memory Cafe in Sun Lakes. I'm part of the board for the Creative Engagement Partners, and every Monday at 10 o'clock, we have a support group for family members, for care partners, for best friends of people who are living with dementia. And at 1 o'clock, we have engagement for people who are living with cognitive impairment. And we go visit Prague, and we do all kinds of things and talk about the World's Fair and have music therapy. And every fourth week we have movement therapy with Joan Marlowe, whether it's Tai Chi or yoga or whatever. So there are options for people online that have really brought people together and really given people who are alone a sense of family. And that has been really important. So the gentleman who was the chaplain, if you have anything grief support online, I would love to hook up with you on that. But so that's pretty much who we are. We're Visiting Angels. We're in the East Valley. We are franchised across the country. We do it from the heart. That's kind of our motto. And we've been around for a long time. And I would love to connect with anybody that we haven't connected with before and, you know, take advantage of this wonderful opportunity. So thank you, Kyle and Robin and Lana.
Fantastic. Well, thank you, Elaine. We appreciate you joining us today and sharing all that valuable information about Visiting Angels. Do we have any questions for Elaine? Terrific. Well, you'll find Visiting Angels in our current Spotlight resource guide on page 33. So their contact information is there for you as well. Thank you again, Elaine. Next, we're going to go ahead and put the spotlight on the American Heart Association. We're very pleased to have with us Corinne Kleinschmidt. Corinne?
Hi, thank you. I'm happy to be here and it is Heart Month because it's February to say Happy Heart Month. Hope that everyone's doing some things to keep their hearts healthy and giving you guys some information. I have some slides to share. Do I have the permission to share? Let's see. Oh,
Yes,
I do.
yes,
Perfect.
absolutely, yes.
Awesome. All right, now let's see if I can do slideshow mode without it disconnecting me. Okay. No, I can't. That's more complicated than me. I usually have someone helping me, so you guys just have me today. All right, can you see the screen? All right, perfect. All right, so my name is Corinne Kleinschmidt, and I am the Vice President of Health here for the American Heart Association, covering the Greater Phoenix area, which is, you know, Maricopa County and whatnot. We do some work up in northern Arizona as it needs, but really, as you know, there are a lot of folks here in Maricopa County that need help and information. So the focus is really on this area. The things I wanted to cover today that we have as resources that I thought would be the most interesting for you guys in your group. We have the Cooking with Heart for Active Adults series coming up. We have our 2021 Phoenix Heart Walk with an Active Adults team. We have access to a lot of trustworthy information, and then we do have a support network. So I thought these things, we also have a ton of other things, but these are the pieces that I think are the most relevant for the work that a lot of you guys are doing. Our first is our Cooking with Heart with Jan Diatri for Active Adults. We did a series in the fall of 2 classes. They are online, they're Zoom, they are interactive, and they were a lot of fun. And we had a lot of great questions. And so because of popular demand, we have brought back 2 more of these sessions. It's exciting because we have Jan Diatri, who is a local celebrity chef, and then she does these demonstrations with her mama. And so you get the tips directly from Sicily with a heart healthy spin. So it's exciting to hear from both of them about the importance of being healthy and how you can make cooking delicious and healthy. The 2 sessions we have coming up, the first is going to be in March on the 30th. It's going to be perfect chicken soup. And I have not tried it yet myself, but from the recipe that I saw, it looks delicious. And I can't wait for Jan and her mama to make it. They're also going to talk about root vegetables. Jan said that a lot of times folks will reach out to her on her blog about how they can use root vegetables because they're very nutritious for you. And then in May, we'll have one about salad. And so using chickpeas and some other more exotic things that tend to get bypassed, like jicama and dragon fruit and things like that. So how we can incorporate some new things into our diets in an easier way than we thought. So I will send in on the chat box a link that'll have this flyer and the PDF of this and all that kind of stuff, because the links are live in the flyer. So you would just click on the register here to register for the Zoom. So you can register for 1 class, you can register for both classes, but for you guys, I highly encourage sharing it for yourself, but then also too for your clients and customers who might be interested, because like I said, it is a lot of fun, and Jan is just really a great great chef who makes cooking a good time. We also have our Phoenix Heart and Stroke Walk coming up in March on the 13th. It is digital this year. Normally, if you're aware of our Heart Walk, it's in person in downtown Phoenix. It's a lot of fun. In 2019, we had like 21,000 people. You know, based on the current pandemic, thinking that many people together is like, oh my gosh, terrifying. So we're doing everything digital. We're doing it from home. And on that day, we're encouraging everybody to walk 3 miles, which is about the same as what our normal 5K was. But again, people can do less or more or whatever is good for them. We have this time, we know that, you know, I was just mentioned by the previous speaker, during the pandemic, people have been alone. People have been feeling secluded. People are not feeling motivated. And so we specifically have a team created for active adults. And so the idea is that we want to encourage folks to walk. And you might be able to walk with your immediate family member. You might be able to walk with someone who's in your immediate community that you've been seeing, but it doesn't have to be a large group, but you can still compete with each other and compare how far you walked. You can build up to the walk. There's always lots of fun you can do there as far as, you know, sending out communications. It's something too that's good for staff and employees that you can do to kind of build up morale and things like that. Not going to lie, it is hard when we're not in person, depending on the organization. But we do have ideas through our Heart Walk on how you can still make it fun and make it like a team building activity. So I have here the contact information for our Heart Walk director, Emily. I will put that into the chat box as well. And again, in the flyer, there's the direct link to the team. Now, the Heart Walk we have is absolutely free. Anyone can participate. And so when you do sign up and have your email on there, it's incredible because then you get emails and updates and health information sent directly to your email for free. So you can raise money if you want to for the Heart Association, but that's not a requirement. Trustworthy information, I just want to reiterate at heart.org, we have a ton of information. So if you're looking for stuff to share with your members and your clients, we have infographics that are colorful and fun that you can send out. You just go to our website and search infographics. We have a lot of details on very specific heart and stroke conditions. So your doctor says you have cardiomyopathy, but they don't get into the details of what that is or what you need to do. Our website is the source for that information. And if you look up other sites, they usually are pulling it from us. So if you want the latest and the greatest on very specific heart conditions, we highly recommend starting with our site. And then recipes. We have hundreds of free recipes that you can get anytime to use that are, you can sort by category and whatnot. So they're super delicious. And then we have our support network. It's supportnetwork.heart.org. And it is all virtual. And it was all virtual prior to the pandemic. And if you have any heart conditions or stroke, or you're a caregiver for somebody who does, you can connect with others around the entire country. One of the benefits of this is that if you have a very specific heart condition, you can actually connect with someone else who might have that in another state, whereas there might not be other folks who have that exact same condition here in Arizona. But the good thing too is that you know, you can do this anytime. It's kind of like the Match.com, except for it's matching you with people that have similar conditions and similar things, and you can communicate anytime you want. So you can send an email or a little message in the system at 2 in the morning and go to sleep and then check it when it's convenient for you. And there are opportunities if you want to connect with those folks and exchange phone numbers or do a session where you're all together in a live kind of a meeting, virtual, you can do that. But for some people, they need to start slow and just kind of connect this way. And so this kind of gives an opportunity before they get to something where they do in person or something with another entity to kind of connect that way. So if people have questions, but like I said, I will put some links and things in the chat box so you have the resources that I mentioned. But any questions before I do that?
Okay, well, thank you so much, Corinne. We appreciate you joining us today and sharing information that's so useful to all of us. And you'll find American Heart Association in the current Spotlight Resource Guide listed on page 23. Next, we're going to put the spotlight on Neighbors Who Care. We have Cheryl Keene with us today. Did I say that right, Cheryl? Keene?
Kimi.
Keene.
Yep.
Terrific. Thank you, Cheryl.
Thank you for having me. It's great to see everybody here. I am coming from Neighbors Who Care. I have been on board for about 4 months. Just a little bit about me. I came to Arizona to work in the nonprofit sector and did for about 15 years. And then the recession did me in, and I was ready to go to for-profit for a while. So stepped out of that realm for a while and was stepped into the senior market space. So I was with Keystone Law Firm for 5 years and helped them in marketing as their law firm administrator as well. And that's where I got to know some fine people in this industry. And actually, as I mentioned, attended some spotlight events and several other networking events too. And I also was serving on the board along with Elaine for Sun Lake's Creative Engagement Partners with the Memory Cafe. And that's where I served also with Eric. Some of you may have known my predecessor at Neighbors Who Care, Eric Gist, and he retired. And when he decided to do that, I decided it was time to try and leap back into the nonprofit market because I had a real heart for Neighbors Who Care, having worked with them as a volunteer for several years. So can't be happier to be here. For those of you who have not heard of us, Neighbors Who Care is a charitable organization. We're located in the Sun Lakes area, right at Riggs and Holmes School, so in the heart of Sun Lakes. And we were established 25 years ago by a group of interfaith council members of churches in the area. I guess when they realized after a couple decades of building senior homes in one spot, 10,000 people all aging at the same time, that there was going to be a need for some help in between. So they formed and eventually became a 501c3, which we are today. What we do is we help individuals who are homebound, whether it's a couple where there's a caregiver situation happening, or individuals who are widowed or alone and are unable to get around. So they may not be able to get to the doctors or meals, just as a stopgap measure. And during normal times, we had a pretty long slate of services that we offered. And of course, COVID has dashed that a little bit for the time being. But we provide those services free of charge. And to be honest, I've never, after all these years working in nonprofits, seen an organization that has accomplished so much with so little. Everything we do is funneled through a core of volunteers, mostly from the same fishing pond as our clients come from. So many of our volunteers are also retirees who live in the Sun Lakes area. And of course, we do have some other folks that come in, but we match volunteers with the needs of our clients. So our service area is rather small because it could get unwieldy. We are serving seniors between Bell Vista and Price Roads and Queen Creek and Hunt Highway. So that is our service area. We do include parts of Sun Lakes, parts of unincorporated land, and parts of Chandler in our service area. When folks are needing our services, they contact us, often are referred by folks just like all of you, as someone may be working with someone as a physician or a neighbor and see that someone is needing a little bit of help. Perhaps their yard is not getting the attention it needs. Perhaps they haven't seen them change their clothes in a few days, those kind of things. So they'll refer us. We have a licensed social worker on staff, Bonnie, who has been with us for I think 18 years. So she knows the area and our audience better than anyone. She will do an assessment. And then after the client is assessed for what services we offer, we will then put them in our circulation. And when they need help, they will call us. And within a 3-day period, we ask for 3 days, we will match them with a volunteer so that they can get where they need to go, physician's appointments, physical therapy, dialysis, receive the meals they need, or perhaps have groceries. So folks cannot get to the store in good times, we would take them so they would have a chance to get out of the house. Well, COVID has put an end to that for right now, so we're doing their shopping for them. We rely heavily on volunteers, as you can imagine. And in my former roles in a nonprofit, raising money was the king. We were raising dollars for research with organizations similar to the Heart Association, Cancer Society, Arthritis Foundation. With Neighbors Who Care, volunteers are our commodity. They are our main source of keeping us rolling. And that means folks who help clients, front-facing one-on-one with our clients, and also in our office and our board of directors. We are always looking for folks who really care about this group and our mission and are looking to perhaps help in a higher level way on our board. As far as our engagement now during this time, we are also working to help as many seniors as possible tackle this thing called COVID. As you've all heard in many reports everywhere, how difficult it is for seniors to get an appointment, to just get on the computer to get an account in this portal is a challenge. So our agency has been working with a network, not always very formal, in the community. We have a lot of friends with other agencies and also businesses, and the HOAs in the Sun Lakes area, also their captains and unit people are helping us to get people not only their account, but also get them registered to get a COVID shot, and then ultimately finding a way to get them there. So we have quite a few steps in this challenge of us helping them get past the COVID situation. In better times, we have always done an event in the fall. Naturally, we haven't done the event last fall, and we're not doing it this year. But we will do something in the future that will help us get our name into the community, raise a little bit of money, and also give access to the folks in the community that we serve, who are also our volunteers. We have hundreds of volunteers who are just moving. In some cases, they find out about us when they move and they attend one of the new neighborhood events in their HOA, find out about us. So they also are looking to meet people and find out more about services that are available to them. And so we expect to do more events that will allow the public a chance to meet some folks like you who are providing services to that age group and that service area in Sun Lakes. We do have an event coming up. We are looking to meet some new people as well as offer some opportunities to our audience, our clients, and our volunteers. We have a speaker series starting on February 18th. It's a virtual series. It'll be weekly on Thursdays at noon. The first one is Francisco Servent, who is the managing partner and owner of Keystone Law Firm. He'll be talking about wills and trusts, what the difference is in them, and why you should have them. And then on February 25th, I'll give a plug for Elaine Poker-Yan, who's going to be speaking as well. And she's going to be talking about, do you have your plan B, and helping folks understand all the bits of information and things they need to have in place should something unexpected happen. So if any of you have any questions about Neighbors Who Care, you can find us online at neighborswhocare.com, on Facebook, Neighbors Who Care, or Facebook /volunteer Chandler, or our office. Would love to meet you, get referrals from you, and offer referrals to you. And we're looking to establish that in a little bit more formal way this year. So it's great to be here, and thanks for having me.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much, Cheryl. Any questions for Cheryl, Neighbors Who Care?
Cheryl, I just had a quick question. So
Sure.
you're located in a specific area. Do you know of a company that's similar to your guys' organization that is not in that area?
Yes,
Right? Covers like Mesa or Phoenix or?
that's a good question. There's an organization called About Care, and About Care provides similar services. I don't know all of their service area, but I know it does touch in Gilbert and Mesa, and a few other communities as well in the East Valley. And
Okay.
it works similarly, matching volunteers to situations. YOPUS is an organization that is run through the YMCA, and their service area is Ahwatukee.
Okay.
There may be others, and I'm blanking right now on what they are. Elaine, go ahead. Oh, there you go.
I actually have a list made up of most of the ones that I'm aware of for all the way from the East Valley to the West Valley, and So I'll send it to Robin so that you can
Right.
put it on the, on your thing.
That would be great.
So
Thank
that
you.
everybody will.
And honestly, the volunteers and my staff are better than me. So whenever you call our office, they are excellent at being able to make referrals to other resources in the Valley, even beyond the type of service that we provide.
Okay, thank you so much. I did send somebody your way, but I wasn't aware that you were just in the Sun Lakes area. And so I'm sure somebody referred him on to
I'm sure.
his area. So thank you.
Of course.
Fantastic. Well, thank you, Cheryl. And you'll find
Yeah.
Neighbors Who Care in the current Spotlight Resource Guide on page 26. So thank you for sharing that information with us. Next, we're going to put the spotlight on Quail Run Behavioral Health. We have Paul with us. Paul.
Good morning. How you doing?
Morning.
I'm the community liaison for Quail Run. I kind of handle Scottsdale, North. We have Ann Schoolcrafts, our counterpart for West Valley, and Janelle Bunkers, our liaison for the East Valley. So we are a 102-bed acute 1 behavioral hospital. Currently, we have 22 beds for our GERO unit. We do specialize in stabilizing combative dementia. We are excited to announce that we should be complete by the end of April, beginning of May. We are adding 14 more beds to the GERO unit. So that's pretty exciting. Another thing that we've just announced is we've started a new IOP. It's a COVID survivors group. So this is for folks that have gone through COVID. It is 18 and up. Major insurance does cover it. It's 3 days a week, 3 hours a day, just as our other IOPs. It is virtual. The information, if folks want to pursue, can contact our intake department. I had put that phone number in the chat, or you can reach out to Janelle, Ann, or myself, and we'd be more than happy to get you some information on that. So that's pretty exciting. The other thing that, because of COVID, our older group for IOP, the older adults, has been very successful. For those that may need the loan of a tablet for that 6-week period, we would loan them the use of the technology for that period so that they can attend. These IOPs are small groups, typically about 11 or 12 in the group, and it is age appropriate, so that's exciting. The other thing is we've started to take Magellan Access and Arizona Complete for our IOPs, as well as Medicare. So we're adding other access plans as they come in. So that's kind of all the nuances over here at Quail Run. The other thing is the construction has begun for the new Via Linda facility. This is in partnership with Honor Health. That building will be completed in 2022, and it's located just east of the 101 off of Pima and Via Linda. So we're going to be adding 140 beds there as well. That's pretty exciting. There's a lot of need out in the community. Again, between COVID and everything else, a lot of people are stressing, they're depressed, and there's a lot of help out there. And, you know, again, we're looking, I think we're the only ones right now that have put together a COVID survivors group. I think that's pretty exciting, and we're hoping that it'll be a tremendous success. I've been reaching out to a lot of different agencies to let them know that we now have this available. So again, I appreciate the opportunity to be able to share some of the information here at Quail Run.
Fantastic. Thank you, Paul. Do we have any questions for Paul?
I do. IOP, like in an outpatient, what does that mean, IOP?
So it's intensive outpatient.
Intensive outpatient.
COVID, we were doing it at the hospital, but now it's all virtual.
Okay, and it's 3 times a week for 3 hours a day? Like they have to come to all of them, or they just pick when they want to do it, or as much as they want or as little as they want?
No, our IOPs, if you sign up, you have to attend every session. And they do also get the opportunity to be able to meet with a psychiatrist if they need med controls, things of that nature. And we can arrange that, via an appointment. So.
Gotcha. And okay, cool. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Anyone else?
Hi there, Lolita
Yeah.
Trammell.
Lolita.
I just want to say thank you to Quail Run. They do an amazing job in the community. I'm actually a family nurse practitioner and a psychiatric nurse practitioner, and I have practiced here in the area and have referred clients to Quail Run, and patients are always well pleased with their services. So I just want to let Paul know thank you for the great work that you're doing in the community. I really appreciate what you do for those suffering from mental health illnesses in the community.
Thank you, Lolita. We appreciate it. Thank you.
I agree with that. I'm Charlene Sargent with Helping Hands. Paul, you guys have done a great job. I actually sent somebody to you. You got them completely settled down without any medications. Not sure how you did it, but it was amazing. So thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Okay, well, fantastic. Well, thank you, Paul. We appreciate you joining with us today and sharing that information with us. And you'll find Quail Run Behavioral Health in the current Spotlight Resource Guide on page 55. So you'll find all of that information there for you. We want to thank all our speakers for joining us today. It's a wealth of information. We now want to open it up to announcements or door prizes. If you have an announcement or a door prize, just go ahead and unmute yourself and the time is yours.
Hi, good morning. This is Stephanie with Endeavor Home Care. Can you hear me? We have a Amazon gift card. You'll be taking care of that, right, Kyle?
Yeah, actually, we'll have Paul go ahead. George go ahead and he has a randomizer, so he'll pick a winner for us. Thank you for your, did you want to say something?
Yeah, I just want to say Endeavor, been around for a time. We have our own training school, which is awesome to send our caregivers to. And we have the COVID positive care team, which, everyone's going through COVID. Well, not everyone, but those who are, they need help too. So specific caregivers that take care of the COVID positive clients.
Fantastic. Well, Endeavor In-Home Care is a corporate sponsor of our Spotlight program, and we appreciate you having a door prize.
And randomizer looks like Dr. Jerry Berg.
All right. Congratulations, Dr. Berg.
George, I sent one too. I sent you a text.
Yeah, Kyle, Elaine has a $25 gift card for Olive Garden.
Oh, fantastic. Thanks, Elaine.
And it looks like that is Ida Jones.
Lucky Ida. Congratulations, Ida. She's with the MIM.
Yeah.
And I have one too.
Oh, okay. Sylvia?
Sylvia Butler with Hospice of the West and Palliative Services. And I want to say thank you to Endeavor. I won last month. And thank you, Stephanie, and your team for the $50 Amazon gift card. For today, I will be giving away a ticket, which the tickets for the fundraiser for Doug Owen is $10. It's not a ticket to get in, it's the raffle tickets. So you buy the raffle tickets and it's Chinese auction style. So I'm going to give someone a $10 ticket and also a $20 gift certificate to the Links Bar and Grill where we're going to be doing the event. We're not serving any appetizers at this event. It's strictly a fundraiser, but you can go over to the bar, which is right inside, and get your refreshments that you want with that $20 gift certificate. So pull a name for some lucky person, and you have to be there February 25th.
Yep. Winner is Laurel Smith.
Laurel, get my information and we'll make sure that you get all of those things I just mentioned. Thank you.
Thank you. I saved the chat.
Perfect.
Awesome. Any other announcements or door prizes? Okay, well, Spotlight has a gift card to Starbucks. George, if you want to help me with that.
The winner of that is Sandy Bruno.
All right, Sandy, we'll get that over to you in an email. Great. Well, it's wonderful seeing all of you today. Save the chat if you would like. Everybody's contact information. Again, that's a great way to network. We will see you again in March, on March 9th. That's our next Spotlight event for Maricopa. And now you can unmute yourselves. It's your opportunity to say your goodbyes to each other and do a little network.
Have a great day, everyone.
Bye. Stay safe, everyone.
Thanks for having me.
Good to see you. Bye.
Thanks, Kyle. Thanks, George. Appreciate it.
Thank you, guys.